Hi everyone, it's Sintang Mayumi. I'm back with another card, and this is card series number 8. The stamp set I'm going to use is Art Impressions Merriest Christmas stamp set. I love this Santa with sack of presents, and he is fun to color. I'm going to stamp my Santa image with Versafine Onyx black ink on a 90-pound Strathmore watercolor paper. I use 90-pound watercolor paper because I'm going to fussy cut him later, and the paper is thin so it's easier to fussy cut. If you've been watching my videos for a while now, you know that I love to color with my zig markers. It's because it's the only mediums that I'm comfortable using it. I know I have to practice with my other mediums too, but I like using my zigs when I'm coloring images, especially the tiny ones. I'll let you watch the coloring part and I'll be back when it's done. For the background, I'm going to stamp this snowflake all over my panel. The stamp set has this cute snowflake. I die cut my panel with stitch rectangle die. I did die cut the panel first before I emboss. It's because when you die cut after the emboss, snowflakes on the edge of the panel will crack, and I don't like that look, so I die cut my panel first. I prep my panel before I start stamping to eliminate static on the paper, and the powder doesn't go anywhere, and it will save me time to clean it with my dry brush. I stamp in adding the white embossing powder as I go because I can't see the stamp image because of the Versamark ink, and this way I can see if the space on the panel is already filled in. After I'm done with the embossing part, I'm going to add color on my panel using Peacock Feathers Distress Oxide ink. The paper I'm using here is Bristol paper, and I like that paper when you blend color on it. And I'm also using my makeup brush so the color is blending smoothly. After I'm done with blending, I'm going to clean the ink off the embossed snowflakes with dry rag. I will die cut this paper with Mama Elephant Landscape Trio die set. The paper I'm using here is Neenah metallic cardstock. This cardstock is very pretty. I love the metallic sheen on the paper. I will also die cut the edges with rectangle die so it's all uniform with the stitch on the panel. You don't have to die cut both of them because the other one is just going to hide behind, but at this point I don't know which one I'm going to use on top. For the sentiment, I'm going to stamp Ho 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 with Versafine Onyx Black on a scrap of watercolor paper. I paint this paper, scraps of paper with Pyro Red paint. I will emboss it with clear embossing powder and then I will melt that powder with my heat tool. After I emboss the sentiment, I'm going to cut it with my Fiskars bypass trimmer. And then I'm going to run my Memento black marker on the white edges of the sentiments. And now we can adhere everything together. I'm going to adhere the snowy hill on the lower part of the panel. The other snowy hill will be behind the other one and I will just tuck that in behind it. For the Santa image, I'm going to pop him up on the panel with foam tape except for his feet. I will use Glossy Accents for that one. I'm also going to pop up the sentiment on the upper right corner of the panel. Then I took my light gray zig marker to add some shadows under the Santa's feet. And then we can adhere our panel on our A2 size stop folding card base. I added a little bit of liquid glue on the back and I used strong double-sided tape. And my card base is heavyweight ivory cardstock from Michaels. For the inside of the card, I'm just going to stamp the Santa image again, and I'm also going to stamp one of the sentiment from the stamp set, and I'm going to ink them up using Kaleidacolor Tomato Vine ink. And lastly, I'm going to add Stardust Stickles on all of the centers of the snowflakes and all of the white part of the Santa's clothes. And my card is finished. I love this Santa image and I love how my card turned out. As always, thank you so much for watching and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.